Hi, Adam here, and welcome to part 2 of our ESAILING video looking at can our ESAILING help our real sailing. This week the focus is very much going to be on downwind and mark rounding. So similar to last week, I really think the benefits of ESAILING in real life is it helps us practice and remind us what is important with regards to tactics and boat positioning and the things we need to think about outside of the boat. It's not going to make our boat go any faster, but it's going to make us more tactically aware on the race course. So we'll join the race here with a third of the way to go up the first beat. So what I'm thinking about now is my positioning in relation to all the other boats, but I'm now starting to think about the plan for the downwind leg. So looking upwind to see what the pressure's like. It's looking fairly light and fairly even in this race, but that might dictate if there was particular pressure on one side of the course, which way I'd go down this leg. However, as it's looking fairly even, this race will definitely be a case of a tactics downwind as opposed to going for the pressure. So I'll tack in here on the ley line for the first mark, and then when we go across this fetch, that's going to be my final thought process for the downwind leg. So I'm going to, again, check relation to the other boats, how much pressure I'm under, have a look at the wind to check if there is any additional pressure that's starting to come down the course. There isn't in this case. So now my decision to whether I carry on or jibe is going to be dictated on the boat in front. So he has jibed here. I'm going to jibe and follow because I want to take his wind. So my tactic down here is to take the wind from the boat in front so I can try and close that gap on him. However, I'm also thinking I need to keep my air clear from the boats behind. So I'm going to attack that boat in front while all the time looking behind me to try and keep the pressure clear from the boats behind me. So attacking the leader and defending from all the others is the name of the game down this first leg. As we move towards the final third of the course, I'm starting to think about which mark I want to go around. So that's again going to be dictated on the pressure, but partly on the boat in front. So I want to attack him, so I might go for a different mark. And if I was under pressure, I'd be trying to position myself as the inside boat. However, I'm not here, so I've got a nice time to think in wide, out tight on my mark rounding, split from the other boat to try and attacking manoeuvre and get going up that next leg. However, if I had have been thinking, under pressure and had a lot of boats around me, I'd have wanted to position my boat to be the inside boat in a group of boats going to that mark. So loads to think about as we come to that mark, and all of that is the same process that should be going through your head in a normal race on the water. Thinking about where the other boats are you in an attacking position, a defensive position, and then that last third of a leg is all about prepping for the mark rounding and the preparation for where you want to go up that next beat. So here we're going down the final downwind leg. There's no pressure from the boats behind because myself and the leader have managed to get a large gap on everyone else. So I'm going to go on full-on match race mode down this leg. So I've jibed to take the wind of the boat ahead, and it's all about trying to reduce the gap by taking the wind of that boat to a point where we can get into a bit of a tactical match race. So as I'm getting closer now, you're going to see a fairly cheeky move in the ESAILING world where I jibe onto starboard to give him the penalty. That would no way be allowed in real life. However, what I've done there is used the rules within the game to my advantage. So in real life, how does that transfer? Well, you want to position your boat in a similar way to take the wind and close the gap. And as you get closer, knowing the rules is going to be really important, and making sure you know how the rules apply in those situations. So although the rules are slightly different in the game, it has heightened my awareness of how important it is to know the rules and know how to apply them in a real situation, so you don't get caught on the wrong side of a rule in one of those tight scenarios. The rest of the leg now I've got the lead, is all about keeping my wind clean, so checking where the other boats are and making sure I've got clear air and as much pressure as possible on the way down to the finish. So as it's fairly even across the course, it's pretty much now just a drag race to the finish, just keeping clear of any boats trying to take my wind. So in summary, can e-sailing help our reel sailing? Absolutely. How do I think it's going to help? It's helping me tactically, and it's reminding me of those thought processes that I need to go on in my head on the race course at all points of sail, from approaching the top mark, decided on my downwind tactics, approaching the leeward mark, decided on my upwind tactics, and on the legs themselves, really getting me to think about my boat positioning and do I want to be in attack mode, do I need to defend on the other boats, and just really making me think about how important it is to get my head out of the boat and not just focus on those internal factors that make the boat go faster. So yeah, I think this game is invaluable to me to highlight in those processes, and I think it's actually making me a better sailor on the water. So thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it today. Please like, comment and share the video, and I hope you look forward to seeing more content that we've got coming up. Thanks everyone.